All right, guys, what's going on? It's the next morning in the garage from our little road trip last night to get the one-piece floor pan. So today's project, guys, and I'll set you up on some lap, we're gonna start getting whatever's left of this old floor out. They've done some patchwork and screwed some stuff in, and we're gonna go ahead and start getting this stuff out, take it out as sections. I've already pulled the seat out. I'm actually gonna take it out to the other garage to get it out of my way from up here. And so first step, get all this out. I'm still up in the air on how I'm going to get this floor pan in. Why I'm thinking about it, on what I'm going to do, we'll go ahead and we got to get the old out anyway. So that's what we're going to do today, guys. And you know, I'll set you up on some laps. We'll get all this junk cut out. It's going to be nasty and dirty and all that good stuff, and we'll see where we go from there. Bring you guys back shortly. See you. All right, guys, what's going on? Bring you back here and show you what we've got done so far with this floor pan install. It's actually next day. I didn't recap you Saturday when me and Dad was cutting it out, but got you all kinds of work footage on taking it out, and we'll definitely have to do this in a couple of videos. But I'll show you what we got going on, guys, and what we want to do today. So here it is. It is a Flintstone ride. Everything's rusty and crusty. They had, patch panels screwed over the toe boards. I'll be making them pieces by hand once I get that floorboard in here. Same for the driver's side. You can see it in that rocker over there, the inner rocker. There's still some rust and stuff. That's the plan today, is get the rest of them pieces out, get this trimmed up where it needs to be. I've got a little bit more trimming to do back here. As far as my frame, it does have some surface rust, but there's actually still some of the factory coating left on it. So the game plan for that is, once I get this cut out, I'm gonna scratch around on this frame, try to get it cleaned up as good as I can, and I'm gonna shoot it with some etching primer. And then, not today, but I'm gonna get some of that Raptor line and coat what I can on the frames, just like I done in the floorboard of the 55 truck, before I go back in with this floor pan. Now, I know there's a lot of questions on and ideas on getting this floor pan in. Like I said, guys, this car is still mobile. I can still hit the key right now, fire it up, move it, whatever I need to do. I'm trying to keep it mobile as I can for as long as I can. I know I'm going to be pulling the motor eventually, and I'm going to LS it and all that good stuff. I like being able to move the car when I need to move the car by starting it up and putting it in gear. It's simple. So my first idea is, I was thinking about, cutting this floor pan right here. Changed my mind on that because it's a brand new floor pan. I don't want to cut it up. Then I thought about taking the braces off, the two main braces, and splitting it down the middle and, going through the back glass. Well, I changed my mind on that too. Brand new floor pan, supposedly nice and square. Old 4-door sedan that I'm cutting up to make a 2-door sedan. Anyway, this side has no bodywork. Everything's built on what it needs, as far as the structure, the conversion of it. My door and everything, y'all have seen it. It's all in pretty good shape. Here's an idea I come up with, and I think is what I'm going to do. Take the door off. With 3 cuts, I can have this whole side of this car out. Cut my rocker loose, back loose right here. Cut my post loose and cut back down this seam. Not down this way, but come down and clip it right here. Because I haven't built any of the inner structure, I can cut that right back out and bring this whole rocker, post, the whole quarter I've made, everything out. With a few quick measurements, then I can slide that floor pan in one piece, get my body bushings, get it bolted down to the frame and all that good stuff where it's going to go, and then slide this whole quarter in post back in as one section. and be able to, you know, square it up off the floor pan and all that good stuff. Yes, there's gonna be people look at me like I'm crazy for doing that. But like I said, guys, you know, motor's still in the car. I'll have to take the whole front end off the car, motor out to raise it up that way. I even thought about trying to raise it on its side. Thought about cutting the floor pan. You know, I'm doing this my own way, and I'm doing it different than anybody on YouTube. This car's already been cut up. My structure's already built, so that's what I'm doing. Slice cut here, slice cut there, slice cut there. Everything comes out at one because it's not connected to anything. You know, I've still got some rust repair to do on this fender well, and I'll be cutting, you know, the inside here. This piece will still stay in there, and then that's going to allow me enough room to get this floor pan in. But there's more of that to come, guys. We'll get there when we get there. For today, this project, we're going to finish getting all this cleaned up through here, start getting the frame cleaned up, and try to get some etch and primer on it, and then just kind of get everything sealed in. And then we'll probably throw a video together and get you something out, and then we'll start the install. Stay tuned for the install, guys. It's going to be different. I don't know that there's any of them out there that's going to be done the way I'm going to do it, but unless I change my mind, that's the way I'm going to do it, and we'll see what we come up with. So as far as today, I'll set you up on laps, you know, get you some more of getting these pieces out and cleaning up this frame, and, you know, we'll go from there. So I'll bring you back, guys. See you. All right, guys, what's going on? Bring you back just a little bit. Got my co-pilot, and y'all seen on the camera the other little co-pilot out here helping me today. And we're just trying to clean this frame up a little bit, get it sealed. You know, I'm gonna throw some etch and primer on it tonight. Hopefully tomorrow, you know, do a little bit of that Raptor liner on it, and then we'll be ready for this real close. Whole side will come out. That'll go in.
You announced that?
I did. I announced it earlier. We're gonna cut the whole side out of this car and put a floor pan.
Yeah.
Most people don't do it like that. That's how I do it. Let's just cut the.
I love that way.
The Lovett way. Cut the whole side out. Right? So we've been in here cleaning. We got a little lapse on it. Trying to clean up some of the surface rust and all that stuff off the frame. So what I'm gonna do now, I'll set you up on a little bit of lapse. We're gonna spray it all down best we can with some etching primer. Let that set over tonight, and then tomorrow when I come in from work, we'll hit it with some of that rhino liner. And then, you know, the plans are the rear half of the frame back here. You know, I've got to change the rear end and stuff out like that. After I get this floor in, I'll finish the rear half of the frame with etching primer and the Raptor liner. The front, same way. Once I pull the motor out, I'll do the front half of the frame. You know, even changing fuel lines, stuff like that. I'll touch all that up later. I just mainly wanted to get some kind of seal on this frame before I go in with this floor pan, and then we'll catch the rest of it back. All right, so I'm gonna set you up, guys, and we'll throw a little primer on here, and what do you think?
Yep, you will, not me.
Right? Bring you back, guys. See you. All right, guys, what's going on? It's the next day in the garage. This is probably going to be the final cut on this video. We'll get something put out, and then we'll start the next video on installing this floor pan. But I'll show you what I got going today. It's actually halfway decent here. So I got in from work and took and blowed the garage out. It was disgusting where I've cut this floor out. But yesterday where we finished off, we cleaned up some edges on this floor, and got the frame etch primered. Today project is I'm going to take some of that Raptor liner like we used in the floorboard of the truck video. We're going to go ahead and coat these frames as much as we can up and under there, just a little bit under the tail pan, and then I'll get as far forward as I can up here. And then, like I said yesterday, once I pull the motor and the front end off, I'll finish the frame up there, and then once I change the rear end out back here, I'll catch the frame up there. But today is Tuesday. I'm on shift Wednesday at the fire department, and I think Thursday afternoon is going to be the day. I'm going to get this coated today, let it cure out, and then, like I was saying, guys, I'm probably going to cut this side back out, and we're going to go in with that. I would rather cut this back out, have to weld it back up, because all the shape is made. It should be pretty simple versus cutting that up. And I'm not taking the body off the frame right this second. So that's what we're doing, guys. But I'll set you up on some laps, and we'll get this coated real quick and bring you back here in a little bit. We'll show you the finished project of this frame. All right, guys, see you. All right, guys, bring you back real quick and I'll show you what we've got, and probably gonna cap this video off. I've got a ton of work footage. with removing this old floor pan, you know, primering it and getting this frame ready and all that stuff. You know, I'll have to fast forward through a lot of it, and you know, it's pretty self-explanatory on how to get a floor pan out, but you know, I wanted to make this whole experience for you guys how I'm going to do it with this particular case with this car and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoy. And like I said, I'll fast forward through a lot of it and hit the high points. We did have Dad up here help me cut the floor pan out. Alicia and Riker helped me prep the frame and get it ready. We had a lot going on and to cut this out. Now, like I said, when I bring you back on the floor pan, putting it in, Dad will be up here to help me, and you know, I'm gonna do it a little bit non-traditional with this car, where it's 4-door conversion. Like I said earlier in this, you know, I'm gonna cut 3 cuts, pull this whole side back out. You know, all this is built, welded up, so it all come out easy. And you know, I haven't finished my inner structure yet and all that stuff, so it should come out. But anyway, to the frame, if you guys can see this, let me grab a light. We took and you know, Raptor lined the frame, cleaned it up, sprayed it. I got as far back in there as I could. You know, there's a few little spots that needs touched up, but you know, it's better than rust, and it should put a good seal on the frame. And that way I can go back in with this floor pan, guys, and you know, I'll finish the back up there once I get back to changing the rear end. You know, the rear end's got to be changed. I didn't do the leaf springs. I've got to change the leaf springs. It's actually got a broke pack on that side. Trying to keep the car as mobile as I can. So I haven't pulled the motor yet, and that's one of the reasons I didn't pull the body up off the frame. You know, I built these and pulled the body off the frame, and you know, I just wanted to keep the car mobile for as long as I could, and that's the reason I'm going to do this floor pan like this. You know, I've seen YouTube videos, and you know, there's several different ways to do it. I'm going to do it like this just because I want to, guys, and that's how it's going to work. But I'm gonna get this video put out. Stay tuned. We'll be working on the next video of getting this floor pan in pretty quick. Then I still got to finish this rear window up, guys. We'll get it in also pretty quick. You know, I held up on it because I ended up getting a floor pan, and so as soon as I get the floor pan in here, we'll get that window back in, and I'll show you how to do that too. But until next time, guys, like, subscribe, comment, talk to me. You know, there's great people out there and great comments. I love talking to you guys, and I try to respond back as quick as I can and all that good stuff. Till next time, guys, see you.
You know, I was part of that.